Yes, sir. Welcome back. We got a little update this week. We have industrial machines and started playing with it. A little finicky. Don't mind the house. It's not too nice, but works well. We have a bunker, by the way, underneath this floor. And I like the design. It works very well. Now, it's industrial time. So for industrial, I think a lot of people have a simple idea of what they want it to do, right? Fuel the furnace all by itself, great. Fuel the TC all by itself, fuel the component box. Maybe you have kits. Personally, I have a locker. Always loved lockers. Think it's fast. Swap. Great. Fantastic. There's nothing better than that. Because setting up in Rust is a pain. And normally it's dedicated to one person who just makes 3 kits. A lot of people just want to make 3 kits, drop them all here, and then it fills the boxes with 3 exact kits. Or, you know, that's the idea. Is it day yet? Because this thing can't power all of this. Is it day yet? And of course, we have this outside box that when you put stuff in, it sucks it up into the main storage components. Let's start the machine. They're all turned off because the battery won't power 10 outputs all night, even though the solar panel is pointed directly south. I'll have to review that. There's definitely a way, I think. Okay. So simple ideas. You put storage modules on everything. You have one for the furnace. That's a what's the name of this shit? Conveyor filter. The conveyor. One on the furnace. One on this one here is for the box. And if you don't want to be bothered, you have a little door, peace of mind. I like that. Very simple. And then there's one for your TC. Right. You'll notice you can only put 12 things. Right. So this is really like Industrial 1.0, guys, video. If there's been updates on the locker, this is outdated. Move on. Right. So we put TC stuff. So the goal of many people, like I said, is to fill this with 3 kits. It puts it all in here for you. Nice. I think that's dull. I think that's dull as fuck. Instead of looking at this with your 3 kits, you could look at this and just drop it all here and it would do the same thing. So that's not really what industrial is, you know, gonna push to greater lengths here, if you see what I mean. So what are we looking to do, right? Yes, we could make 3 kits, but as soon as I'm able to kill somebody in this game, I want to be able to pick up their stuff and drop it in this box. Boom, boom, boom. Get sucked up into this box right here. And it's all going to enter the locker in some fashion so that I can just swap into somebody else's kit, or somewhat of a kit, because we'll see what the issue is. And I'll be happy with that. Just want to be able to take all this stuff I have, just have it automatically make me a kit. Guns and everything, fucking get me out of here. As soon as I click swap, I have something. Wake up, swap, let's go. And by taking people's kits, right? Don't necessarily want to make clothes. I wish I could just kill, get people's stuff, drop it, transfer, make me kits. Thank you. So that's what this is for. It's not for your 3 times the same kit. It's for different kits. right? We have a semi alright kit, we have a beginner kit, we have a naked kit, right? And it's going to try to model that in here. The reason why it's like that is because if you don't have that, it's gonna put headgears everywhere like this. And you might have noticed the issue when it's you doing it, right? When you right click, it knows what it can put, but the conveyors at this point 1.0 cannot do that. It does not recognize that, so it starts putting fucking headsets everywhere and just fucks your kit. It blows. Okay, this is not good. You're carrying this with you. What the heck? Okay, same thing here. Look, it's got a headset and it put a wolf head. Right, it's wrong. There's an issue, and it's gonna do that if it's plugged directly on the box. So the best setup that I came up with, the best logical system that I came up with, and there's some German guy doing it on YouTube also, who's talking about it. I found nobody has a fucking system for lockers because it's so complicated. I think it's wrong. I think they're gonna fix it, because look at this machine. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 modules. We have a filter, I think. Oh, 12, right? Just for the locker right now, which is powered with the battery. Gotta give it to the battery. But they're gonna change things a little bit, I assume. Okay, so the idea is that you're gonna put 12 items. That's it. It's gotta make sense, or else you're gonna end up with fucking stupid kits that don't work. You're gonna put stuff that you know you're gonna get. You're gonna put stuff that is very common. You're gonna put stuff you like. In my case, hoodie, pants, road sign jackets. Common. It's also my somewhat like better build, you know, because I don't necessarily go to tier 2 combats yet. I'm still like a scrub. Pants, jackets, hoodie. I don't think I need this anymore. I'll show you why. Next, another kit here that I like. So I guess before you can do that, you gotta figure out, you know, 2 or 3 kits that you feel comfortable with. You know, what's your 20% armor, 25% armor, 35% armor, 45% armor that you enjoy, that you would like to suit up under, right? This is like my 35 or 30% armor overall, and these are the guns I like to run with, you know, these kinds of things. You're saying it's missing the pants, it's missing the hoodie, it's missing the jacket. You're right, we'll be right back. Next kit, we have some chest plates, some very small stuff, the naked kind of build, you know, nail gun, revolver, I don't know, bow, thinking about nail gun bow combo, you know. And where's everything? It's right here, right? Pants, hoodies, jacket, medical syringe, boots if you have it, gloves, I like them personally, big fan of tactical gloves, hunting bow on everything. This, if you know how to count, is 4, and that's 3. Now what's happening is that I've asked this one to give the lockers 1 of each, as much as possible, right? So this one, I'm not gonna, we're gonna get into that in a second, but the main idea, okay, is that you can set up 1 on all 3 or 3 on 3. I did both. I have 1 where I'm saying, if you have those, can you put it in every locker? And I've made a logical system that does that. Will be right there. So the idea is, and it's functional, it's working. It's putting a pant everywhere, a hoodie everywhere, a jacket everywhere. If I have 3, it's gonna put 1 on all 3. And then you max it to 1. Because it will put one per locker. It's gonna put one per socket. Okay. So I noticed, you know, that I always want meds. I always want pumpkins. I always want a tool. I always want meds, bandages. I always want a gun. I always want ammo. So instead of, I'm gonna save, because we have 12 slots. I'm gonna save some amount of slots if I have one machine dedicated to doing that. Right, so these 3 machines dedicated to clothes. This one dedicated to something I want everywhere. So the pants, instead of putting pants on all 3, I'm saving a slot. I'm putting it here. Hoodie, same thing. Jacket, same thing. Right. Anyway, you get the idea. Now, how does this work? That's a good question. That is a good question. Let's start from here, okay? So this locker, so each locker can have a socket. That's why only one of your locker is filling up, because you only put one socket. Then this socket is plugged to a what is it called? Combiner. That's a combiner. It combines 3 into 1. You gotta read it from right to left. It combines 3 into 1. And the combiner is looking at taking this, which is one for everyone. It's putting it into the splitter, right? So the one for everyone, we want to give it 3 times, right? We put it into a splitter. It transforms 1 into 3. So the splitter then can give it to all 3, right? We could have like the same setup, a splitter and all these 3 sockets, and call it a day. But because I want some variety, that's why it's so complex. But basic setup, this, a splitter and all 3. We have that, but we also want these, and these are all individually plugged to one of each combiner. Splitter, one pipe comes out into the combiner, and then one of these also go into the combiner, and them two go into one locker. Simple enough, right? This and this, let's start over. The meds, the utilities, I call this the utilities, into a splitter. One of each, which take their material from a splitter into the box, which is also another splitter, because there's too many things. These 3 are now individually plugged into here. Just pause the video. Okay, just review it. We can just talk about this little part here so it kind of clears things out. This one is for the TC. Okay, don't get confused. And it does pull from the same box. That's the box that everything drops into. The box from outside is dumped in here. Okay, and that is plugged into a splitter, but because of course everything comes in here, right? Everything is combined by a combiner into the box, into the input of the industrial, and the output of the industrial goes into a splitter, because we then split that into all kinds of places. We need this fucking stuff to go to. TC, furnace, locker, you know, so you put as many splitters as you want going out, right? One splitter here, another splitter here. Just keep fucking making legs out of this thing. Now let's see it operate. So you get an idea at least, right? So different, I put a little box here so I can take some space. As you can tell, the problem with this setup at the moment is the bottleneck. It's bottlenecked. It's too full. I need one for like components or something. Okay, so remember, 2 normal setups. The first setup is the same kit everywhere. The second setup maybe is a different kit everywhere, but you have to make them. I want to be able to drop everything in this box, and then it's fetched and pulled into here. Oh, my bad. Let's start by taking out all up. I cannot man it. Alright, you satisfied? Right, you get the idea? Let's see the end product. Let's see the end product. Right, just fucking stuff, right? Just fucking stuff. But because we asked it to take, you know, popular things that we like, popular things that we pick up, same thing here, you know, our initial gear, whatever, then it starts making more sense, right? So nobody can get this setup right at the moment, right? Everybody gets like 5 heads, right? All kinds of bullshit. 5 helmets, 3 guns. At least with this, we have something closer, much closer to, you know, operational. Much closer to operational. And it's just taking stuff. I mean, this is all stuff. There's one kit, I built one kit, I think, with clothes and tin can stuff. But, you know, as you can see, it's attempting to do its best to give you what you need in terms of utilities, which is just this one. And also common clothes, boots. I personally, I don't like boots. I'll take it out. I'll make, put something else there. Something that you like having all the time. And then you can see my medical syringe are at 2, pumpkin at 4. You can put a limit. You can also put a minimum, which I'm not sure quite how to use it, but I'm sure it's useful. Anyway, that's my current, you know, picking up random stuff and being able to sort it out in the locker, right? I mean, getting this stuff from that box here is not a problem, but the problem is the logistics behind making this work here. Like, it's much closer to, you know, what we want. Anyway, make a pause, try it out, see if it works. Thank you very much. Maybe I just take a moment to review the setup one more time. Okay, so we have a box, everything comes in. We have a splitter. It's for everything like TC and furnace and locker. But then we need more logical systems, so we split the one for the locker into 3 more. Make it 3 separate locker setups. Then we take from the box directly. Again, why take it somewhere else? We take it here. And then with the splitter, into a 4th one, which will be more about utilities and similar items. And so that way similar items are placed across, the ones that you prefer. And it will go into a splitter because it needs to split into 3. But these don't split, they're already split. They just go into the 3. So now we have this one that wants to go in all 3 and 1 of each. So they now all need a combiner. This one splits and then it all combined 2 to 2. And then these 3 2 to 2 and into the 3 lockers. Thank you. Have a good day.